The disrespect is going too far. Okay? The Chicago Bulls will never be this. Okay? They can't be this. They will never be this logo. Do you understand me? They will never be this. No matter how hard they try, it's like LeBron trying to be better than Jordan. All right? You want to go to school? We'll take you to school. But don't ever in your life get it confused. Okay? That would never beat this. In a million years, 1,000,000 years, there will never be another this. Okay? Yeah, I'm upset. I'm upset for a different reason. I'm upset because they have allowed all of you to be misled. And it pisses me off. And I got to read emails talking about the Chicago Bulls and all this garbage. I'm like, look, I done just ran through it for the last half hour. I'm tired of it. I really am. I'm tired of it, B. The Chicago Bulls will never beat this team. They will never be better than this team. And I challenge any one of y'all to try to find any Chicago Bulls team that was better than this team. It don't exist. Wear it on my heart. You were never this. You were never that. You are media propaganda. That's what the Chicago Bulls were. Media propaganda. And the jealousy that came along with the Detroit Pistons. You see, there was a glamour party going on that most of you should understand and know. Oh, it's more than here I go. It's here I went. Now hold on for a minute. I'm gonna take care of some business. But what I'm saying is what you guys should understand is I want you to make sure you go ahead and get whoever you want. And I mean whoever you want. Bring them to the table. Tell them, get them to tell you. Who in the world would you put up there against the Chicago Bulls? Watch what spew out. It ain't just the 04 team. People need to realize something. You either gonna be great or you gonna fall for anything. That's all depends on you. Pooh said, if you don't leave my city alone. First of all, Pooh, what city are you talking about? What city is that? That's what I want to know. Tell me something. All these people get clapped for mouthing off. I'm Chi-Town's finest. That's why I said I challenge him. Go find me anybody that believed the Chicago Bulls were better than the Detroit Pistons. The Bad Boy Pistons, no way. You won't find them. Mm-hmm. Look, it's so many moving parts because everybody's not participating on the same wavelength. Johnny's not listening to Janie, right? You got all of these people making their observations and putting their 2 cents in when their 2 cents don't equal 2 cents. Now, I said, tell me. I don't care about his MVPs. When Jordan got MVP in '88, that was the best year he's ever had. He was Defensive Player of the Year. He was the All-Star MVP. He was first team All Defense, first team All Offense, All NBA, was the best player, scoring title. He had every damn thing in '88. We whooped their ass 4-1. Whooped their ass all through the regular season. And then when we played them in the playoffs, we beat them 4-1. Daryl, stop watching documentaries. Go watch the games. You're not going to beat a team cheating. How are they cheating if they're playing basketball on a basketball court? How is it cheating? It wasn't cheating when Isaiah Thomas is breaking their ankles. It ain't cheating that we got the first stretch 5 in basketball history. It ain't cheating when we got the best big young rebounding talent. It's not cheating that we have a better players than you. Here it is again, watching documentaries. The Boston Celtics walked out on the Pistons, right? Nobody cared. People walk off the court now and don't say nothing. LeBron do it all the damn time. Everybody does it. If you don't want to walk, if you don't want to talk to the other team, you just walk off the court. They only made a big deal of it because it was Michael Jordan, who was their darling money piece at the time. And you kept Isaiah Thomas from the dream team for it, and they still eating crow to this day. That's why it always comes back up, because they know it was an egregious fact that they did that. It was a crime. Of course they're going to give him all that. Zeke was gone. Isaiah's gone. The team is old. Who's there to stop him? You could respectfully disagree, but you're respectfully going off documentaries. I lived it. The Chicago Bulls, not one team that they had was better than the Bad Boy Pistons. Not one. Look at their personnel and look at the Pistons personnel. Let's go with the Bulls' original starting five, right? That they got for their championship year. They got Bill Cartwright, John Paxson, Horace Grant, Scottie Pippen, and Michael Jordan. The Pistons had Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, James Buddha Edwards, Joe Dumars, and Isaiah Thomas. Now, you might say, oh, the Bulls starting five is way better than the Pistons starting five. Oh, really? Now, here's where the games matter. Let's go to the bench. Guess who we got on the bench? Dennis Rodman, John Spider Sally, Mark Aguirre. You have no prayer. You have no prayer against this team. We have Vinny the Microwave Johnson. We're 10 deep. You're not beating us. If one guy gets in foul trouble, we got another guy that can step right in and do exactly the same thing and get production. We had the better coach. We had the best coach in basketball, Chuck Daly, who coached the Dream Team. In the Bulls championship year, when they felt they started and they made all these new rules in the game to hurt the Pistons and favor the Chicago Bulls to get to the finals, when the NBC contract came about, what happened, ladies and gentlemen? Do anybody want to talk about what happened? Here's what happened. The Pistons played the Bulls. The first year, they started all these rules. It's the regular season. The Detroit Pistons play the Bulls. We beat them by 24 points. We blew them out off the court. This is your championship 91 Bulls. They went up against the Detroit Pistons, who went on a run to start that season. They were on a course to set all records that year. And Isaiah got hurt. Career-ending injury on his shooting wrist. Snapped. He supposed to miss the whole season. He wore his wrist out, shooting all summer, getting ready, trying to go for a three-peat. Nobody in the league could beat the Pistons when they were healthy. Could not beat them, even with your new rules, your flagrant foul. We didn't need it. We were better than you. We were smoking the league, just like we've done every other year. Everybody was getting smoked, including Michael Jordan and the Bulls. They got smoked by 24 points. Got ran off the court. They couldn't do a damn thing with us. Then Isaiah got hurt, and that was it. He came back near the end of the season, and that's when y'all played us, and Isaiah won the game against the Bulls in the comeback game. That was his first game back. Go look it up. Y'all got the internet. What did we do to them in the regular season? We beat their ass by like 20-something points. I know because I lived it. I saw it. They got their new rules. Yeah, we got rules for them now. They can't do all that stuff to us. Like what? Beat y'all ass on the court? Because that's all we did. I don't care. YouTube can hate on the video all they want. Don't want to push it because we talking about their darling child. I don't care. This video needs to be made because y'all Bulls fans get out of line and out of tone because you don't know anything. You letting these documentaries spin your head. All they show you do, the Pistons do, is foul people on these documentaries. They just hard foul like the Bulls don't foul nobody. No, that's reality. That's not a parallel universe. That's called reality. What you see behind me on that wall is reality. Okay? You don't have 3 MVP players. Really 4. Should be 5 on the team. Bill Laimbeer should be in the Hall of Fame. Mark Aguirre should be in the Hall of Fame. You see, greatness is defined. If a team could shut down Michael Jordan, shouldn't the other team say, damn, what are they doing? You think they didn't look at the Pistons and say, why don't they got the Jordan rules? Why don't the other teams have Jordan rules? Because they weren't good enough. They didn't have the personnel to pull it off. Mark Clark, if I'm fouling a guy, he's shooting 2 free throws, right? So does that help our team or hurt our team? If I keep fouling this man who's an 80-something% free throw shooter, it's pretty clear that Michael Jordan will be hitting 2 free throws, right? So if I keep fouling this man, eventually I'm going to foul out of the game. And the clock stops and they're getting points. So if all we did was foul Michael Jordan, we would lose the game. Stop letting these documentaries paint y'all this picture that is a lie. It's a blatant lie. The Pistons were so good in running their offensive sets and their defensive assignments. They're one of the best defensive teams in basketball history. If it wasn't, oh, here we go. This guy, Marcus Bradley, said Thomas is only 31 in 1991. Why didn't he come back the next year? Thomas officially retired in 1994. He played 3 more years for his contract. He came back in 92 and played. He was never the same when he came back because of the scaphoid injury. His bones fused into his other bone from repeated shots all the time, wore his wrist out. So he had to have surgery, and he wasn't the same anymore. He knew it. His free throw shots was off. He was an 80% shooter. His percentage dropped. He retired in 94. Back then, in those guys, in those eras, people quit. They didn't play into their 40s like LeBron. They didn't play late in their 30s. When you got to 30, you retired. 10, 11, 12, 13 years was like the max for an NBA basketball game player because it was more physical back then. It's not excuses, Marcus. This is what actually happened. How many years did Bird play? How many years did Magic play? How many years did a lot of these guys play? Nobody was looking at 20 years. Now you can play 20 years because no one's touching you. You're not allowed to foul the guy. Can't touch that guy. So you're allowed to have that. That didn't exist back then. So guys were getting knocked out. You were having real injuries. You were playing back-to-back playoff games. When you played on Saturday, you played Sunday. They don't do that no more. Now they got spa day. They got 4 days rest. No, their bodies were wore down. So instead of talking, listen to somebody that actually know. They wasn't ready for the grit and the grind. That's why the Pistons changed the whole NBA right now. You should be thanking them. That team was the first team with a plane. They bought their own airplane. Nobody had a plane. Y'all was on commercial. Commercial flights. The NBA didn't even do anything. The Pistons did their own thing. They said, look, the Bulls signed Rodman, Sally, and James Edwards. They brought 3 of the Detroit Pistons on the 96 Bulls. Because they know better. See, y'all don't. The Bulls knew. Michael Jordan knows better. Do I want Corey Blunt or I want Dennis Rodman? Sally was blocking shots, the spider, everywhere. These are called facts that you didn't know. They created so many different rules every year to try to help Michael Jordan win championships. That's why it was already in the cards for him to win. They wanted him to. They wanted it to go from Dr. J to Magic and Bird to Michael and so on and so on. There was no plan for Isaiah and the Pistons. They made their own lane. That's how you do it. I'm going to always support the guy that grind and did it the real way. They won their championships. They interrupted the whole NBA little glamour party. MJ was the MVP of '88. He was the best player. Could nobody stop him. He averaged almost 40 points a game. He was the defensive player of the year, and we shut his ass, period. Four games to 1. Defensive player of the year, he couldn't stop Joe Dumars. He couldn't stop Isaiah Thomas. It was disgusting. It's not delusional. It's called factual. I just hope one day, y'all wake up and see the light. It's real in the field. Michael Jordan cried like LeBron James. He would go to the paper. He would talk to Lacey J. Banks from the Chicago Sun-Times. That was his little stool pigeon. He'll talk to Lacey J. Banks, and Lacey was his guy who wrote all these puff pieces and used to kiss Michael Jordan's ass. He's dead now, but you can look it up. Lacey J. Banks, Chicago Sun-Times. Michael Jordan would run to him, cry, and put in the story and use the media for what he wanted. There was no internet. So this is how Michael Jordan used to do it. He would go to the newspaper, create a narrative, and spread it throughout the entire newspaper so they could push the propaganda and lie. NBC wanted them to say, this is the end of dirty basketball. This is the end of dirty basketball. They kept promoting that throughout the league. The whole run for the Bulls. This is the end of dirty basketball. We got to put an end to this kind of basketball. This is the end of dirty basketball. That was a propaganda, political pull which Michael Jordan was a part of. The end of dirty basketball. I'm like, what the hell do you mean? Yeah, calling us dirty basketball. Because we beating y'all. Everybody playing the same way. We get fouled worse than they do, and they don't even call it. We just dust ourselves off, go, okay, all right. And we whoop their ass. We got a Hall of Fame backcourt. That don't get no credit. We got 3 guys in the hall right now. If you count Adrian-And, that's 4. They just put Scottie Pippen in there for no goddamn reason. Just because he with Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen ain't no Hall of Fame basketball player. Scottie Pippen was a scared little punk who had to play behind Michael, role player. That's it. Horace Grant, role player. No, it wasn't. Everybody played physical. The Bulls just tried to play physical. They just can't. But that's not how you win games. Isaiah's not physical. Joe Dumars is not physical. Joe Dumars is, right now, they got the Joe Dumars Award in the NBA. The man played all those years and never had a technical foul. He didn't foul anybody. So the backcourt ain't even hacking you, Mike. So what are you talking about? Isaiah not fouling you like that. What Bulls team was better? What year? Pick one. Pick a team that was better than the Bad Boy Pistons. That team would get beat by 30 by the Bad Boy Pistons. They would get ran off the court. One of the main reasons they would get ran off the court is simple. The Bad Boy Pistons play in a system that is unselfish. When our guy go to the bench, we got Vinnie Johnson that comes in, the microwave. He would light up the court. He'll hit you with about 15 straight points. Coming right off the bench. Y'all didn't have that. What did the Bulls have? Who is the Bulls bench? Let me know. Oh, who was on the Bulls bench? Huh? Who did they have? Especially in the first 3 championships. Who they finna bring in? Will Perdue? We got Will Perdue. Marcus, were you not listening? Isaiah was hurt. The whole team was hurt at that time. They weren't even supposed to make it there. The NBA carried them there, so they fed them to the Bulls. They weren't supposed to get past Atlanta. They went 5 games with the Atlanta Hawks. Barely made it. They had no reason. No, they should have been gone the first time out. The Atlanta had their number that year because they were hurt. Joe Dumars was injured, Lambeer was injured, and Isaiah Thomas is injured. That's your team. They fed them to the Bulls. They cheated to carry Detroit right to the Bulls to feed them to Detroit. They wanted the Bulls to passing of the torch. This was Dick Ebersol's whole move, and they wanted to run it just like this. And when they didn't get the storybook ending, because this guy gets Emmys, he runs award shows. He doesn't run sports programs. This is his first year doing it. He's like, all right, this is going to be a passing of the torch. He's going to shake his hand. They walk off the court with 8 seconds or 30-something seconds left to go in the game. They just leave. This ruins my ending. He was all hurt. And then he went after Isaiah because of it. It's like, are you serious? You gonna keep Isaiah Thomas off the dream team and think that wasn't gonna be a big thing? And try to find a way to justify it? That was awful. So they knew they got so much red tape for that. And then Michael Jordan, the liar he is, talking about, no, I never said that. No, I never said that. They got the audio of the guy saying that. They got the audio of Michael Jordan saying he didn't want Isaiah Thomas on the Dream Team. He wasn't playing if Isaiah was on there. Lied and lied and lied and said he didn't say it. Now that since YouTube is here, now everybody get to hear it. You can just look it up for yourself. The guy is a liar. He's over it. Do you hear Isaiah talking about it? No. Isaiah bring it up because they bring it up. They'll do an anniversary of the Dream Team. Then it comes up about Isaiah. They talk about Isaiah. Then he ends up having to talk about it because they bring it up. Do you think he walk around talking about the Dream Team all the damn time? No. He don't. Magic is a liar. Magic Johnson tried to say he the one that kept Isaiah off the team. Isaiah the reason you was on the Dream Team. You got HIV. They weren't letting you play. Isaiah had to tell the commissioner of the NBA, who was his friend, David Stern. David Stern fought to get MJ on the team. Isaiah on the team. And he's like, I swear, if you put Isaiah on the team, we're going to lose Michael. Michael's not going to play if Isaiah's on the team. And it was business. Isaiah knew. He's like, man, we trying to hope things get patched up through the season, and then we'll put Isaiah in when they add the 2 reserves. So that's why Isaiah didn't really trip, because David Stern was working on it. Said Michael's just upset right now, y'all. So in the season, Michael and Isaiah started to talk, and they was actually getting along in '92, right before they made the selections. Isaiah and Michael were talking on the court, and everything seemed like they were okay, and everything looked like it was getting back to normal. Like they were actually getting back to being friends. But Michael and his ego, I still don't want him on the team. So they went with Clyde Drexler, who Isaiah beat in the NBA Finals. 4-1. Won MVP in the NBA Finals over Clyde Drexler. So they went around asking the Dream Team players that they mind Isaiah not being on the team. The only people they had that said that they didn't want him on the team was David Robinson. And he wasn't even saying that. They were trying to call him up to do it because of the Nike thing. And he was just trying to say, well, I could see people not wanting him because, they're bad boys. And, were you saying you didn't want him on the team? Well, a bad boy is a bad boy. And he just didn't want to say it. They were trying to force him to back Michael Jordan's lie. Michael Jordan is a liar. And that's all he is. He's a complete pathological liar, just like LeBron James. They got a lot of that in common. But at least he can play basketball. But the politics, they're the same. Karl Malone came out and said, I didn't have no problem with him being on the team. John Stockton said, hey, I didn't have no problem if they put Isaiah on the team. Clyde Drexler was like, of course. I felt we both should have been on the team. Shaq contends he should have been over there over Christian Laettner, which I don't know why he thought that, but, that's his view. Who did he have? Scotty Pippen. Larry didn't have any complaint about him being on the team. But I'm like, this is a man, Magic, that fought for you to get on the team. And you pulled this shit. So it's just typical of what Magic was. Magic later apologized and they were face to face. So anyway. Right, he had to fight to get him on the team. He's sitting over there with HIV. Yeah. Sorry about that. But yeah, we looking at this situation the way it's supposed to be, front and center. They had no business. They had no business. Well, you know, that's the scenario. When people come through and make these observations or whatever. That's because the Chicago Bulls were frauds. They didn't understand what real basketball was. I know, these documentaries keep lying to you. I watched the documentary, I had to turn it off. I've actually lived it. Who did they have coming off the bench? Exactly. That 89 team was the best team ever assembled in basketball history. You couldn't name an NBA basketball team. Probably the Jerry West Lakers. The Jerry West Lakers. That team, that was a great assembled team. Oh, the 87 Lakers were great. The 86 Boston team. All of those teams was better than the 91 Bulls. I think this is what I'm talking about. It's these documentaries that keep lying to y'all. Who do they have coming off the bench? Will Perdue? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Please name me the roster of the 1991. Dennis Hobson. What was it? Dennis Hopman, Will Perdue, Stacey King. Are you kidding me? You don't win in this game without having a bench. Why do you think they went and got Dennis Rodman, John Sally, Dennis Edwards, James Edwards, rather? Not Dennis Edwards. Right. They weren't stupid. They went and got the Detroit Pistons because they knew. Who used to beat us up? Who used to beat us? Can't beat them, join them. Hey, I got an order for LeKevin. Yeah.
And you guys are all set. Did you know which flavor you wanted? They have the Hawaiian crumble cookies and cream, icy, or...
Yeah, I ordered it on the thing.
Oh, okay. So the large popcorn electric and a punch crunch?
Oh, no, I got the nuggets. I got the chicken tenders and...
Did you have an account with us?
It's a large drink and a chicken tender.
Do you have like the...
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up.
Confirmation
Oh, yeah, let me
service?
give you my number. Pull it in and it should come up.
Oh, so it wouldn't come up with their ID.
It wouldn't? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, I got to let y'all go.